Banana.
Or
Copyright
let's be
strike
generic
2
and
seconds
make like
after
a
the
yes.
intro.
generic Jurassic Park intro with
Let's-
stealing Jurassic Park music.
Yeah, banana.
Na 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 na. Okay, that's our intro, guys. We've started. That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Should we introduce ourselves? Probably. Yes. Maybe.
Let's talk
Yes.
about
Okay.
something like one who died-
Introductions.
I'm
Yes.
Batman.
I beg your
Yes.
pardon?
Okay. I'll go first. I am a Raptor. Next up, we have. Oh, Rexy just left.
Rexy is dead. Okay. Next up.
Okay. We have Nick. Introduce yourself.
Hi.
Okay, keep it going, guys. Introduce yourselves.
I am Philoceratops. I'm a Californian. That's all I'll say. I also might be insane, so that might also count as part of my personality here.
Oh, that's good. We have Rexy. Sassy.
Introduce yourself, you idiot.
And Armin, and I guess that's it. We're starting.
All right. Off to a
Okay.
wonderful start.
This is one
So-
cluster of a podcast.
Hello, I'm a minor.
Yeah.
Whoa, no language. We gotta keep it clean. We need that monetization.
Okay. All right, let's get this going.
All right.
So, here's a discussion point. I believe you all saw Hondari's art of Imperobator,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
it is.
Mhm.
Do you think it's right to display parts of animals that are not preserved in the fossil record in their reconstructions? Like what he did was,
I mean,
Imperobator is known from a foot, and he only drew the head.
I feel like if you're gonna draw a reconstruction of an animal, you need to include the part that was found at least.
Yeah.
I
'Cause-
mean,
Yeah,
with many dinosaurs, we could just draw a little bit of scales on the back because it's only one vertebrae. That would be
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thanos.
Just draw a neck, nothing more.
Just
Wait.
one
The
single
best
second
thing
of the
we
neck.
had ever done of an Astarchiid is
Oh, it's
Ironically,
just generic as darkened neck. Yes.
I mean,
Oh yes.
it's very ironic because this just popped up on my Twitter feed, so if this thing wouldn't take bloody ages to load. Okay, yeah, it's kind of ironic
The
given this
connect
picture here
shit.
is, yeah.
Oh.
it's sad actually. I think
Oh,
it should
wow.
be lumped.
With what?
Yeah. It's a single vertebra.
What would you
It's like
lump it
the-
with?
And it's gone.
It's a neck vertebrae. And neck vertebrae are pretty large, so it's okay.
Bovia. If my memory serves me well, that's also named in the same paper that renames Titanopteryx philadelphiae into Aramburgiania.
I disagree. I don't think so. Off of Wikipedia, an
I don't
intellectual.
think that's the case.
It's 1914, Bogulobovia.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So that's way
crazy.
earlier because Aramburgiania was only designated as the name in 60s, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's correct.
Aramburgiania
We've
was
known
actually
of
1989.
Astarchids for quite a while, but we never acknowledged
Methovida Yarkov.
Oh, 89. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's just like, 75 years later.
Yeah. Going back to the Imperator or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can reconstruct just the head, but it seems kind of like a pointless effort
Yeah.
because you have no idea what that's going to actually look like. Like those features are all speculative, all of them.
Yeah.
It could basically be a speculative
The real
dinosaur
problem
as
is
a whole.
when you
Yeah.
use speculation and somebody and like it becomes so famous that everyone starts that was what the animal was like let's
Basically
say
a paleo
Dilophosaurus
meme.
from
Mhm.
like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic.
Oh no.
There are some cases
Is there
where some people...
another question? Is there actually evidence for the short-faced bear having that white patch around its throat?
No, I think it's mostly because of the spectacle.
Okay, so that's this. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
another meme, basically.
Another paleo meme.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love paleo memes.
There's plenty of those.
Yep.
There's
Demon
also...
Carnotaurus.
Yeah, there's also a... I know that there's some people on DeviantArt who kind of take these paleo memes too far and think that they should be applied to some animals. Like I saw one person who commented on a drawing of Arizonosaurus and asked why it didn't have any feathers. And the only reason he asked that was because there was a drawing of Arizonosaurus with feathers by Nick's Draw Stuff. No, I'm not saying Nick Draw Stuff that art. Just think that sometimes some paleo art tropes should be taken seriously, or should be kept as speculative until new.
Oh yeah, I think I found the pic you're referring to. At least at the original, maybe. This one.
Oh yeah.
The original. That is the original. The only other Arizonosaurus she did were a pair that had lacked any sort of filamentation.
That just doesn't look right.
I don't mind it, but it's weird.
Yeah.
That is certainly out there. I mean, then
It's
again, they're
speculative.
also
It's very spec.
there are also filamentous structures depicted on her effigia. So if that's anything else. So yeah, so far I have Heterodontosaurus and Megapnosaurus in my drawing. Should I do Sortes or
what are you drawing?
Parvis next?
What are you drawing?
Drawing for the dinosaur
feature,
the small animals.
Oh, okay.
Sortes
There's
or
one
Norovirus?
paleo.
Don't you mean Silophysis rhodesiensis?
Disgusting.
Uh-oh.
Come on. That thing is totally not Silophysis.
Yeah.
But, I think Sortes would be an interesting one to draw out. So I'm gonna try to figure out how big it was compared to these guys. That is, if I can find the original paper by Sharov again, which also describes quote-unquote Podopteryx, which is now classified as
Charovipteryx, isn't it?
Yeah, because Podopteryx was a dragonfly or damselfly. I'm not too sure.
Damselfly, yeah.
Yeah, damselfly.
The worst paleo memes are the ones that directly defy evidence. In Rhamphorhynchus, we oftentimes only see a certain tail vein, even though it changes through ontogeny.
Oh, yeah.
And people always illustrate the diamond-shaped one, even though mature Rhamphorhynchus only have other ones, and juveniles also.
Yeah.
The other one is the other paleo meme is the Dilophosaurus had a weak bite, which is entirely based on a 3-bullet point statement that was it Holtz or Backer made? I think Backer made back in 2007 on like a PowerPoint or something on a leaflet.
And it became accepted?
Yeah. Not like officially, but everyone on the internet will just go and say, actually, Dilophosaurus had a weak bite, so it's inaccurate in When Dinosaurs Roamed America, which it isn't.
Oh.
that.
Because and no, my bad. Backer only stated that it was fishing, and he did not actually reference a weak bite.
So someone assumed.
Kirkland. Yeah, Kirkland in 2007 said it may have eaten fish. The weak bite is a theory from 1984. The original description. 1986, 1988, and 2005, all actual papers found it had a strong bite.
And it's still fun.
Yeah, it's still a meme.
So basically, Dilophosaurus is the one dinosaur that gets screwed over the most.
Oh yeah,
It is.
Shit,
I should not Not really. I mean, most of the reconstructions that I've seen are fairly nice.
Yeah, okay, in terms of reconstruction, but in terms of lifestyle,
Popular.
And paleo memes
Oh.
in general, because
yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
what
often a
about the
paleo meme.
lifestyle? Yeah, what about the lifestyle?
Well, a lot of people will just argue that it had to eat fish and it could not take on stuff like Ankylosaurus, which is wrong.
I mean,
And
it's
I
the
believe-
biggest animal in its environment, but it should have ate other things too.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
not
yeah,
adapted for
definitely.
eating fish. Like, the argument it eats fish is that it has long arms like a spinosaur, teeth like a spinosaur, and a notch. So
Like-
literally just looking at a drawing of Dilophosaurus.
What if the notch was
The
used
notch?
to capture prey items by the neck?
That is
Exactly.
possibly, yeah. But I think it also actually had in 2005 they actually did a paper and found that the tip of the jaw was actually pretty strong. So the tip of the jaw would be used for killing, and then as you get nearer to the back of the jaw, it's just for chewing, really. Well, for prey consumption, it's not used in combat. It's just
So pretty much
the
like
notch. The
cage-
notch area was the strong one that was used for killing prey.
So it's
Mhm.
pretty much like canines in mammals.
Yeah.
But doesn't the presence of a notch actually indicate a piscivorous diet?
Well, it could suggest
Well,
one.
it suggests one on a superficial level because Spinosaurus has a notch, basically.
But since
They've actually done studies on the way that the thing works, and it is actually still capable of delivering a lot of force. And small land animals struggle too. It's not like fish are the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that
definitely.
struggle.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
an animal that eats fish will probably eat other things if it gets a chance, especially an animal that is the largest animal in its environment.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just because
it's
you,
not
I mean,
wrong.
it's pretty much clear. It's pretty much just clear that if you do have a at least piscivorous diet, then it doesn't mean that you're strictly piscivorous. If you eat meat,
and
then
and vice versa.
eat any meat.
Like there is
Yeah.
evidence suggesting that it
Yeah.
ate animals on land, but it could have also fished.
I mean, the same is also true for Spinosaurus. They didn't exclusively
Yeah.
eat fish too.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, but I mean,
baryonyx.
I was gonna say
Baryonyx,
Baryonyx has evidence of feeding on Iguanodon. Whether that's because it was scavenging or not really doesn't matter in this aspect right now.
And we also have the pterosaur bone
The
from
iguanodon
Brazil.
thing. The
Yeah.
iguanodon
Yes,
thing.
poor little thing. I
That,
hate
to
it.
be honest, it's kind of bullshit. It's kind of bullshit. I've seen a lot of people say that because that we have evidence of, like iguanodon, we have an iguanodon vertebrae that we found with baryonyx, and I've seen people use that as evidence that it hunted iguanodon, which is something that kind of gets me triggered. I don't really see how simply finding a bone means that is like conclusive evidence of predation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's far
Okay.
from conclusive, but it
Exactly.
Yeah,
does show
and
that
people-
its diet did extend.
Yes, and literally everywhere I look, everywhere I see this mentioned, it's always the same thing that it hunted other things too. That I mean, it's certainly possible that it did hunt other things. Maybe other
Planet
small
Dinosaur
animals, but
also did
we
not
found
help because
yes,
it actually
Yes,
shows
they-
Spinosaurus catching.
Yeah.
It does show, right? Unless my memory fails me, a Spinosaurus catching a Nasdarkid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay. Yeah.
reminds
even
That reminds me
then
of
you also have Benji Thomas. They also promoted this in one of their videos.
Okay.
Mm.
That reminds me of the one time someone on Discord said that there's no possible way to know what an animal that is extinct ate without a time machine. And I think it's ridiculous.
Of course.
Quite
I showed
ridiculous.
I showed him a picture of a Rhamphorhynchus with stomach contents and coprolites. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. People.
I love that art. Oh man, it's beautiful.
I know, it's fantastic.
Right now I'm going to be adding Pterodaustro to my thing of dinosaur renaissance dinosaurs.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Also, funnily enough, Pterodaustro
Pterodaustro
wasn't
is a
initially known
stupid
from
pterosaur.
any of the skull remains. Those wouldn't be described until like a year later.
Yeah, I found it quite interesting because when I drew it for Archosaur Art April, I was kind of thinking about why the does a pterosaur that's this distinct have a boring ass name as Southern Wing until I checked what the holotype actually looked like.
And it
Yeah.
had no skull.
Pterodaustro.
Yeah, exactly.
Pterodaustro
Is-
is a really stupid pterosaur. It already sucks at flying and then it even eats gastroliths.
Really?
Yes.
I only learned about the gastrolith thing like only a few minutes ago, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool." But
Pretty
I don't know
wacky.
too much about what pterosaurs ate usually.
Silence.
Silent.
And so what else?
yeah,
so
there's
measuring
this
out how
as well.
big the skull of Pterodaustro
There's
is,
this as well.
it's a little too.
Pterodaustro is pretty small.
That is, I was pretty amazed about how teeny it was.
Yeah, I always picture it as being something
yeah,
like
same.
flamingo-sized.
But it's smaller, right?
Flamingos are also kind
People
of smelly.
oftentimes
If you've ever been to the zoo,
Okay, so the
oversize
same
many
guy,
pterosaur plates way too much.
Amphiorhynchus
yeah,
is
that's-
incredibly large, while Pterodaustro is really dinky.
Ah, yes, that book. It's beautiful. Nash showed some pictures on Twitter of the pages inside. Really nice artwork.
Nice.
I've read some stuff about the taxonomy being a little bit weird in the book, but otherwise
Oh,
the art
yeah,
is really nice.
Like the
Something
order
about
and how they categorize.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Just a second,
how they
I'll try
also
and find his
just
tweet.
they are pretty sure about all those footprints, and apparently there's an upcoming paper, but it's being published after the book, so information is being brought out before the paper itself is published. Pretty.
Oh, that's
pretty
nice.
That's always fun.
Also, what do you guys think about Gobihadros?
It's nice fossils, pretty good preservation, but I don't care because
10 out of 10 for originality in the name. The name gets 10 out of 10.
I don't mind the name. I think it's okay. It sounds good.
I think it could have used some more originality.
I don't ever
because there are
mind the
too
name.
many dinosaurs with the prefix.
We've got in this order, or like order of discovery, Gobipteryx, Gobisaurus, Gobititan, Gobiceratops, Gobivenator, Gobiraptor, and now Gobihadros.
But so the little children will immediately know where they are from. It's perfect for Psychom.
Yeah,
Obviously.
but
It's
it's
simple.
boring.
It's simple,
could
but
use some more
quite repetitive
originality.
at this point.
It's
And then
kind
there
of
are the
like
ones with the Gobiensis at the end of the name. I won't even bother to try because most of them are. You'd be racking your brains trying to figure out which ones.
Gobius mongoliensis.
Ouch. Oh, there's
it kind of
Gobieti.
feels like
Frog. There are remains of frogs out in the Gobi Desert, so that's interesting.
Huh.
I like the Gobi Desert. I once had a pretty cool documentary about it, but I don't have it anymore, or I can't find it anymore.
Oh,
But it
which
was-
one?
It had some feathered velociraptors, and I loved it.
Oh, which one?
I don't remember how exactly it was named, but I think it's the one which had that Tarbosaurus. That picture that is now often used for cringy YouTube thumbnails.
Oh, Dinosaurs Alive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Dinosaurs Alive. I
That's a
remember
great
when
one.
I was like 5 years old. One of the I remember almost everything from it. That was also my first exposure to Ephygia,
Yes,
which for some odd reason
mine too.
I
I
thought was
loved
the
Okay,
it.
yeah.
same
Yeah.
as Euphrasia for some odd reason.
It was my first exposure to effigy. It was my first exposure to Redondosaurus, actually.
Oh, so you
Because
I'm a
sorry,
It was
It's not-
pronounced FBG, I
don't know
guess, where I don't
of
know
it.
other pronunciations. In German.
actually no. Well, in English it should be effigia because it's based on an English word, effigy.
Mm-hmm. Effigia.
Yeah.
which basically means ghost in Latin.
Yeah, but effigy is also an English word, so.
Yeah.
As
It
most English
was
words
named
are,
after
they're
George
based off of a
O'Keeffe,
different language. So
Yeah.
who
Phil
actually
Tippett's
painted in the
Monopoly.
same region where this thing is from.
Wait, how was
Which
it?
is pretty.
It's sad that when you Google dinosaurs alive velociraptor, now you get that stupid Jurassic World live show.
no,
I've seen one of
Oh,
those
that-
before. I didn't like it. The costume looked cheap.
That sucks.
reality is often disappointing.
That actually
Boys,
look
we
alright to me.
the Infinity
One
Gauntlet.
thing that I don't like is the Trudon tail, but I think that's got something to do with the fact that it's one of those.
Oh, the
suit
wiki
things.
says it's the
Those
villain in
suit
the
things.
2007 documentary. The villain.
Who's the villain?
What?
The velociraptor. It's labeled as the villain on the wiki for the documentary.
What, really? No.
Yes.
Well, that's a bit weird.
But I
Wiki.
really liked how they looked. I thought it was fitting.
Oh, it's very well done, yeah. I really like that. Yeah. And it had one thing which I love in dinosaur documentaries, which is even if you have a low budget, have a condensed bit of paleo reconstruction. Like, there's a lot of sequences with humans, but you get a chunky scene of dinosaurs, which I always like. I always enjoy, rather than those documentaries that will just have people talking and then a random dinosaur clip just shown.
Yes,
When it's more
Talking
organized.
heads suck.
Oh, it's Wikia. That doesn't count. Fandom
Oh.
Wikia doesn't count at all. Please don't. Just.
Random wikis are like my
I'm sorry.
kids. I don't
What
want to
wiki is
see
that?
them ever again.
the wiki fandoms are the worst.
But I must say it. But
I'm sorry. That wiki
probably
cannot spell the word friends. I am automatically disappointed.
it still is my favorite documentary, but I forgot its name because I so rarely watch movies nowadays.
I liked how you point out the misspelling of friends without talking about the entire title of the wiki.
I was
Wings
hesitant.
Club and Friends Adventures Wiki. What?
I was hesitant to actually mention that because I cannot believe my eyes. Why is a velociraptor on the Winx Club and Friends Adventures wiki?
Is this like some weird DeviantArt fan fiction thing, or am I missing
Oh, no.
something?
No, I think it's like a TV series, from what I remember, from like
No,
8
yeah,
years ago.
I know what Wings Club is, but why is
Yes.
Wings Club connected to documentary velociraptors? That's the part I don't get.
Time
And
to
I know
find
that
out.
DeviantArt is quite well known to just mash together different franchises for no reason at all.
Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake.
I think I've seen too much
Poor
Wild in Nature.
Tarbosaurus is now YouTube thumbnail. Sadly, you can never associate that Tarbosaurus with anything else but cringy YouTube thumbnails.
Let me find one.
I wonder how it got so popular on YouTube.
It's a dinosaur roaring at the camera. It's automatically going to be popular clickbait.
That's true.
Oh, this I remember.
Oh,
this
I
from my
found a good
childhood.
picture of the Figia, was.
Ephigia. I mean,
Ephigia.
Oh
Ephigia.
god, the leg musculature. The legs.
It had a beautiful model, in my opinion, with nice.
And it actually works as camouflage as well. Like, it's well, they took
Wait
into
a
account the
second.
environment.
Why
Oh yeah,
is
also
the
the
head so
Oviraptor
wide?
is totally shitty patty. If you look at the skull, it's
Is it,
definitely
is
shitty
it just
patty.
me or? Wait a second. Are those nostrils and at the front of its snout?
Yeah, because that's how it looked in Tarkia. It had really big nostrils, which were front facing.
I'm
Oh, yeah?
really sad.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Also,
almost
that is
can't
one
find anything on
shrink-wrapped
that.
tail.
You
That
almost
tail.
can't find anything on the documentary anymore because you just get Jurassic World Alive and stuff like that. It's
Oh, yeah.
So
Don't worry,
here,
I'll
here's
upload
interesting
videos.
about the ankylosaur nostrils usually. Usually they are
I'm not
quite
talking about the
large.
ankylosaur. I'm not talking about the ankylosaur. I'm talking about the tarbosaur. Look at its nostrils.
Oh,
oh, I
Those
didn't
are-
even
you-
notice
you-
that.
Oh,
T-Rex
that's
has forward-facing eyes. T-Rex has forward-facing eyes. Tarbosaurus can do you one better. Forward-facing nostrils.
able to take in
Also,
the whiffs
it's
of the delicious.
What is it?
Except, of
It-
course,
it-
the whole point is nostrils are to the side so that you can
It has-
smell from multiple directions. But sure, that's how it works.
you are missing the
But
point. It has
also-
binocular smelling.
Yeah, it can smell depth.
Binocular smelling.
Gonna be binasular.
Legends say it can smell tarsia from multiple million miles and kilometers away.
Also,
Metric
I
or
like it.
Imperial, choose a side, sassy.
I suspect that might be your dub if you watched it dub, because I don't remember it that way on the proper version.
also Tarkia has a pretty good skull. I mean, just look at those nostrils; they're just so big and beautiful.
When your nostrils
Pinacosaur-
are bigger than your eyes, you know something special.
Great nostril. Meaning
What?
great sense of smell.
The nostrils are actually the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it also had.
Okay, I'm totally
So-
editing that. Give me a few minutes.
I was gonna do the same, but okay, go ahead.
It had a sauropod.
Oh no. I put too much detail in my Bagara time.
Oh, the file's too powerful. I hate it. I hate you, Discord.
It's Discord.
Okay.
does
I'm
its
just
best.
gonna put it down
Then
here.
I'll put mine.
Also,
You
the
know
thing is, the original specimen of Pinacosaurus is really squished to the point where it looks like a nodosaur skull. But it's
Oh, look.
still the biggest
It's
specimen
that
we have of it.
dinosaur. It's that dinosaur from when
They
it's
they had a sauropod
Diplodocus.
in the documentary, and I remember that it had a scene where it was pooping. That was beautiful.
That's its
Yeah.
only scene in the movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
It also eats.
That's a
It also
Diplodocus.
eats stones.
but it's
That's also something
but it's
because
actually
apparently
but it's
Seismosaurus
actually,
ate stones.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Saskatoon.
yeah, it's a
Wasn't
size
it?
of
Yeah,
aka Diplodocus.
yeah.
Oh, my favorite part actually was how it had some really old clips of the first dicks.
Oh
in,
yeah, that was very
the-
nice.
The flaming clips.
Yeah.
I remember one bit
I probably
where there
liked
was a
it more than the
flood.
dinosaur scenes.
There was a scene in which there was a flood. There was a post-suit
Yeah.
chasing Silophysis, and then
That was
there was
supposed
a
to be a-
flood.
Yeah, this
Yep.
supposed to be a
It's
represented
that
ghost
what
ram.
you can find when googling this documentary. This was one of the results for Dinosaurs Alive documentary.
This is sad. This is
Oh
really
my god!
sad.
Nice.
This.
Wait, you just used our swear word. We need to be monetized.
Oh my
Ugh.
god!
Oh no.
Why, Akiro?
This is amazing.
Cursed image.
What have
Someone add that in the
done?
thumbnail for this. Someone make a
We
thumbnail
need
for
to
this.
censor that with a loud beep.
Oh my god.
Criminal!
Oh my god.
What have
Oh
you
my
What
done?
god,
have you
that is
done?
cursed.
I love it.
What have you
This thing
brought?
will haunt me in my nightmares. Thank you very much. And I just woke up a few minutes ago. I'm gonna go back
Oh
to
yeah.
sleep so I can see.
California dweller.
This is going to show up in your nightmares and you know it.
Wait, did you just Photoshop that, or is that really the artist's mistake?
No. I photoshopped. that.
Oh God!
Oh my
thank God.
Did
I
you
was
Thing
scared
looks
for a
like-
second.
This thing looks like it got its soul sucked out of it.
wait, do you even have Photoshop?
This is
I MS painted it. Fine.
Wait, how can
painted
you
it.
do that in MS?
Dang.
I have
do
skills.
that
I
in
have a
MS
special
Paint?
set of skills. Yes, that's all I've
That
ever
is
used.
impossible.
I see.
I literally I selected with the tool and just went Control C, Control V for the eyes, and
Oh,
that's it.
oh, I didn't know you can do that.
Oh,
A little question.
Yeah, I was
I've
thinking
been
it's a little
using
more
Paint
skill
wrong all
than
these
Paint.
years.
How
You
could
can
you
do
do
a
that?
lot more with MS Paint than you think, and I have done some impressive stuff with it.
That was
Albeit I used to do on MS Paint are now gone on my flash drive because my flash drive broke.
Question: will we be editing the pictures for the podcast like in the video? Because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, we're absolutely
who's the
adding
fool?
that.
But who's the fool that has to make it because I'm not?
I can do that. Hopefully, we'll see.
Good. Be our slave.
Yes.
And
Or
you
big-
will get nothing of the monetization money.
What money?
Shall all have it distributed among ourselves.
Yes, besides Sashiro.
Whoever's older gets five. Whoever's older gets $5 more than the other person.
I'm
So
the
therefore-
youngest.
okay. I'm fine with that.
I'm obviously doing the most work in this video.
I'm
Yeah, because you keep
800,000 years
interrupting
old.
me.
Ouch. So what
Yes.
else? Also, what else is it? Carnotaurus's paper is pretty brief and disappointing. The original
Reminds
paper.
me reminds me of a lot of papers, not only Carnotaurus.
Then again, it was described in National Geographic Research, which generally doesn't have good papers. I mean,
That
it did have
exists-
Carino's Ornithischian phylogeny paper and also the Shuvasaurus paper, which is very good, actually.
I didn't
They
even know the
illustrate the
publication.
skull. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it also described Leelinosaur and Atlas Copcosaurus.
Hmm.
Did it describe a pterosaur though?
I don't know if it described any pterosaur sassy. Listen,
I hope not.
yeah.
can we talk about Monocleus? Monoclonius.
Monoclonius. Oh boy, Bone Wars taxon
one
that became
genus-
a wastebasket taxon. How wonderful.
That
What
needs
is the
to
picture?
be. That is a
Explain the
monoclonius.
picture.
This looks like from a Ray
It's some-
Harryhausen film.
This is a Phil Tippett short animation. He did an 11-minute short animation called Prehistoric Beast, wherein Monoclonius gets attacked and killed by a T-Rex.
To be
And
honest, it looks like a
this-
taxidermy fail.
This
It's
is what
actually very
inspired the documentary Dinosaur, and they reused the footage.
It looks
Oh
like a taxidermy fail.
my
It's
God.
it's ugly.
And I'm
It's not
interested.
ugly.
It's actually very
T-Rex
realistic.
And Onychus is.
So yeah, Monoclonius. It's Monoclonius. Like pretty much, it's pretty much just Centrosaurus, right?
It's kind of hard to say
Possibly.
because the original remains aren't that good.
Oh, another one of those.
But it
The
has
majority of
pretty
paleontology.
much Centrosaur, right?
I would.
I'm trying to find
It's
it.
a Centrosaurin for sure. And it's almost likely either Centrosaurus or Styracosaurus. I don't
And
know
then-
what the latest.
Hey,
Also-
look at this.
There's also the
Let's look
fact
at this.
that there's like one species in the genus which actually isn't Monoclonius. And it's
This is
called
the original remains of
Monoclonius.
Monoclonius crassus, which literally means fat single sprout.
What does it mean?
Fat single sprout.
Ah, okay.
That's an
And
interesting name.
single sprout is actually not in reference to the horns or anything like that. It's actually in reference to the teeth, which oddly enough aren't even preserved in this.
What?
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 Are you
What?
kidding me?
When you really wanted to name a tooth taxon but can't find any.
Yeah,
This is
Just,
epic.
just name
Just
your
go to
decently
Asia and look for any Spinosaurid.
this is also in reference to Diclonius, which means double sprout. And also the remains that were the basis of the name for Monoclonius, the jawbone is now lost, and it's probably a hadrosaur that was misassociated with it.
Oh,
Wow.
that's epic.
So
But
now
yeah.
the name
It's like
So without that context, the name would make basically no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
And as with
like
other
literally
species,
just
there's Monoclonius crassus. Okay, there's Monoclonius crassus, which is the type. Monoclonius phenoceras, which is actually one of the animals that was used to make Charles R. Knight's agathalamus. That's why it has a straight horn, although agathalamus is only based on a single set of vertebrae. There's also Monoclonius recurvicornis, which it's pretty interesting because look at the horns. This is one that's genuinely interesting if you look at the horns. Look at the one towards the snout.
Oh, the one that curves forward.
Yeah. I
Curves
don't
forward,
think it
right?
would come to the same position as
Obviously, it's not
Emaosaurus.
a display function anymore.
Problem is we
Yeah.
have too little of it, but yeah, here's another interesting one. Here is Centrosaurus nazicornis, or Monoclonius nazicornis as it was originally described. Probably one of the best fossils of a Centrosaurus out there. Just look at it. It's got virtually everything. Including the
My
skull.
favorite ceratopsian fossils are the ones that are completely deformed, so they don't look like any other ceratopsian anymore. But so we can name a new species, even though it's individual variation and taphonomy. My favorite ceratopsian.
Also, here's the skull of what is it called again? Centrosaurus. What was it? Lowai. Monoclonius lowai. Which
That's pretty
is
nice.
yeah, I was just
of interest
about to
because
post that. I was just about to post that. It's pretty much a new It's pretty much a different species. It's definitely not monoclonial.
yeah,
Why
it is
is
something
one side of the
Well,
frill?
yeah.
Why is
Oh.
it so?
Why does
Like
only one side of the frill have a hole? The frill.
That's
Because
weird.
because skin, keratin, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
Stuff
crushing.
keratin.
Most of the skull is pretty crushed. I would like to see more research done in it. The original paper doesn't really do much justice. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your guys' favorite ceratopsian?
Ooh.
Oh.
Orosaurus and Psittacosaurus.
Which ones?
Orosaurus and Psittacosaurus, and then maybe Bagaceratops because of the new paper.
Ah, yeah.
I'm kind of torn between Styracosaurus and Torosaurus, so can't really pick one of the two.
I really like Leptoceratops.
I'm going with Cosmoceratops.
Agreed. Cosmoceratops has such unique ornamentation on its frill.
I'm going to Utah this summer, so I might actually be able to see the original.
Maguadi Astroceratops is my favorite.
Okay, you need to share photographs.
Yes.
My favorite ceratopsian is that one published on April Fools.
Oh, yes.
Magwardaceratops.
It's weird.
Magwardaceratops? Magwardaceratops? I forgot the name, but it's something along those lines, but that was funny.
Maguastaceratops.
CCO Purple is a legend for that one.
I can only pronounce it in German.
Yeah.
I interrupted someone.
Oh,
What do you want to say?
Nothing.
Germany only has one ceratopsian, or one marginocephalian, as I should say. Stenopelix, which is actually kind of good. It's a good fossil.
Oh,
I
that's
prefer
nice.
Pachycephalosaurus over ceratopsians every day.
No.
Yes.
Cephalosaurus need better remains besides just domes. It's not going to help us.
I'm
Well,
scrolling through my gallery to find images that fit with the context, but I only have pterosaur and fish photos in my entire gallery.
I am not
It's-
surprised.
Yeah, especially with
Same.
the pterosaurs.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, about dinosaur fossils that are pretty impressive, which ones would be in your favorites?
In our book, in our list.
Yeah.
As
Uh,
favorite. you
What
mean.
list?
As like
What list?
impressive dinosaur fossils.
Yeah.
Probably the Coryphosaur mummy or the Edmontosaur mummy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
the new, the upcoming, I believe, it's the Sauronitholestes one that's upcoming. Could possibly, because that one's awesome. The one that has like preserved internal organs, that has a bone lodged in its throat.
Yes.
Scipionyx maybe because of its arms.
Yeah. I like that
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay. You can't not say Eutyrannus. I'm sorry. That one blew everything out of the water.
Very true. Very
These
true.
specimens at different untouched genetic stages, preserved together.
And
Virtually
feathered. And feathered.
Oh, I really liked that one nest of pinacosaurs that were preserved together. I think it was pinacosaurs. Like an ankylosaur nest of
Oh, it wasn't a nest, it was just a grouping, I believe, because it showed that the babies lived in herds.
But they were cuddled together and really cute and all, and they were
Yeah.
little tiny babies in one.
And then
little
they
bed.
all died.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing
Funny.
at myself right now, thinking of like you're going down in the Gobi Desert, and then you just see an army of little baby Pinnacosauruses running towards you, or just rolling down the sand dunes.
Yeah.
Marching slowly towards you.
And you can do nothing about them because if you tried stopping them, they would club you.
Some of
What-
the most impressive dinosaur fossils for me are honestly ichnofossils of really long continuous tracks that can actually tell you something about how the animal walked and moved and behaved.
Lark Quarry, therefore. Dinosaur Stampede.
Yes, something like that.
Which they recently showed is most likely Australovenator and not Metabarosaurus, as they theorized.
And in order to trade for that, we had to hear the sad news that Eubrontes was actually made by Ankylosaurus and not Dilophosaur like theropods, as we all thought it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big bummer. What else is there? I do like the referred specimen for Heterodontosaurus, the fossil that you've probably seen of it, the one where it's almost virtually complete. With the hands preserved, with the feet,
Oh,
all
yes.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
that reminds me of.
I'll share it in a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, when it loads, because my files are so powerful.
Like again,
Weird
like
flex, but okay.
fossils with ichno things like the Oryctodromeus sparrow. I think that is really interesting too. I think it's Oryctodromeus. I can't remember dinosaur names.
Oh, yeah, it's Oryctodromeus. The burrowing one.
Yes, something
Really?
like that is for me really
It is,
cool
yeah.
because behavior is always my favorite part of animals.
I'm curious as to what other ornithischians were capable of burrowing. I know Coryanosaurus is assumed to have been a burrower, but not sure
Yes,
what
but
other
they don't
ones.
preserve it directly.
True.
Yeah, what else is there? What else? Oh yeah,
Phoenix would be pretty significant because it's the first dinosaur preserved with feathers. Besides birds.
disgusting
You mean
birds.
Sinosauropteryx is the one,
Oh,
right?
yes. Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Also, the paper
Yeah.
that originally published it called it a bird, which I know Sassy's gonna.
I mean, let's face it, up until then, feathers were one of the things that defined birds.
Yeah.
You guys
Also,
are too
this is the
salty.
status of that one Heterodontosaurus fossil now. They broke it up into pieces for study, which I think is good. No. They still have it in the original
okay.
position. They
Two.
just
Okay, a couple of impressive finds. You have to put the two fighting dinosaur specimens we have.
yes.
The original
Oh.
and the quote and the Bloody Mary one.
That probably isn't even a fight, maybe just associated with another animal.
Possibly isn't a. I mean, well, I mean,
It's
I'm
more
waiting.
like,
I'm waiting for the paper.
Put a shirt on.
but yeah, the first fighting dinosaurs truly is impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Although it's never been properly described, it's only been described in like
It doesn't need to be. It's amazing.
Velosteology of Velociraptor, where it's done with all that. Yeah. What else is
If
it?
we would move outside of dinosaur fossils, my absolute favorite fossil would be the Cyroquinos colony from Holzmaden. It's
I'm honestly disappointed that no one has mentioned Borealopelta until now.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I'm posting a sticker.
I thought about
I mean,
it, but
seriously.
I didn't really consider it.
Ankylosaurs don't count. They get the past two easily.
Yeah, ankylosaur. We have a ton of very well preserved ankylosaurs.
Yeah,
But
then we would also
still-
have to mention a Echinocephalus and so.
Yeah.
Lil.
No ankylosaurs allowed for this list. They win too easily.
Oh,
Yeah.
but Pinacosaurus counts. I see how it is.
Pinacosaurus is the baby. Pinacosaurus. It isn't the fossil quality that counts. It's the fact that it shows evidence of grouping, of congregation within juveniles.
It's
Excuses,
also like one of the only
excuses.
ones that actually has juveniles preserved. Except
We
for
also have so many Leoningosaurus fossils. So many that need description. It's amazing how many there are.
I only thought there were just I only thought there was just the holotype until I saw how many there were, and it's like, geez, this is almost like
Yeah.
Confucius.
It's
Specimen level.
obviously an indication that baby ankylosaurs suck at swimming and drown all the time.
Again, with the
Actually, did you
pesticides.
know it was partially aquatic? As per that one.
Obviously, fish were in its stomach. They were also behind his head and everywhere, but no. It was in his stomach. Obviously, it's aquatic and carnivorous. Oh, bye, Nick.
Yeah, you killed him. Oh, okay. See ya.
So yeah.
So
Yeah.
not too long ago, Nick, by Nick I mean Drake.
Yeah.
He gave
Oh.
a website which is basically a book on the Moscow Museum of Natural History, or the Orlov Museum, which has some pretty nice photos and images, drawings and paintings, and also the fossils that are over there. And the nice thing is that you can actually save the images and look at them full size. So it's pretty neat. Let me post
Oh,
that one.
nice.
Boom. Also, now that I know how to read Cyrillic mostly, I can't help but read everything.
Oh, I
and try to
love
figure out-
Reto Peliot. Look at the beautiful
Yeah.
pteranodon. He looks so happy.
Also, there's an Ava Mimus as a bird, as Sassy would not like it to be.
What is it?
I would love to
Ava
lump the
Mimus.
entirety of
Like-
Dinosauria under avians.
There's also a Toyota Mafamea on the wall, which is a giant gharial from Japan,
Oh, nice.
which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how big the skull of Pterodastro is, because it's hard getting an exact idea from the paper.
Do you want a skeletal?
Give you a skeletal.
Sassy makes
Yeah, I think we can all give you a skeletal, seeing how we're just copy pasting from Wikipedia at this point.
No. I just need.
But you
Witness-
see,
witness,
You should thank me. Extensive research has brought you this skeletal.
Yeah.
Wait.
Shows the
Also-
Wikipedia page. Yes.
Oh, no. That's the head and skeleton. Use witness. I'm about to find it.
I'm
That's
using
better.
Witness.
Yes.
I already have Witten's skeletal in the pterosaurs book by him, but I think the
He has
scale.
an updated version.
Oh, cool. I would like to see that
Yes, I'm currently looking for it.
on his Twitter.
It also features a juvenile, so that's cool.
Yeah, the juveniles are probably the most impressive thing about Pterodaustro. Also,
Yeah,
after
but then
Pterodaustro-
Hamiptowis came along and took all the fame.
yeah, and Pterodaustro is probably one of the only good Argentinian pterosaurs, except for Alcaroen, which is also kind of cute. But aside from that, Pterodaustro
Which
is
is-
probably one of the only good ones because we have a
Can't
good
find
skull
it.
out there. And what about anything in the news or anything like that?
Sorry?
I found it finally. Finally.
Oh, neat! Yay! You found the Pterodaustro.
Okay, Philo, please, for 1 second, could you set yourself to the do not disturb mode, because I keep hearing the goddamn Discord notification sound from you,
Yes.
and it's driving me nuts.
Okay, yes.
Seriously,
Yes.
please.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
I didn't
Yeah, I
even hear
normally-
it.
Dang it, notification. I don't
That's-
like that noise either. So usually I mute it in advance, but sometimes I forget.
How dare
I'm
you.
just constantly on do not disturb because I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Armin.
From
Yeah,
no,
that
I'm
baby,
sorry.
from that baby to the adult, it's like 4 or 3 years.
For
Almost.
3 years. Dang.
Yeah.
And what did these things even eat? Did they actually eat plankton like it speculated, or
Shrimp.
did they eat something more?
Did
They
they shrimp
fed
or
fed
something?
on something we don't actually know exactly what it was, but whatever it ate, it must have been hard-shelled because of the gastroliths.
That's impressive.
हाँ भाई बाद में करूँ
Eh?
ये मेरा बाद में करूँ नहीं
What?
It's just
I wasn't
Rexy's
talking to you.
Yeah.
family in the
Okay.
Yes, but I'm
Sorry
hearing a
about that. I
baby
did
or
not-
something.
Yeah,
right.
that's my little sister.
Since when is there with you?
Oh.
We're editing that out, don't worry.
Okay, for some reason. Okay,
I do
so
not
this
envy
idiot
the person.
is using
Dinky.
this idiot is
It's-
using a kids movie to justify Jurassic Fight Club.
No,
That's
don't bring that
just-
in there. Don't bring that in there. No.
Search results for pterosaurs are always so amazing.
David
Yeah.
Peters.
Also, what else is
What's
it?
the first result for pterosaur on Google?
Let me check.
Not too bad.
Hopefully, it's my
Better be sassy
skeletal of
skeletal.
Pterosaurus,
Or else we're gonna
of the
have-
genus
It's-
Pterosaurus.
Okay, well, could be worse, I guess.
What have you got?
It's surprisingly not that bad because you quickly find something from terrace.com and Britain, but some
Yeah.
of the results are cursed.
It's Alcaroen, one of my favorite Argentinian pterosaurs besides Pterodaustro, because Argentina, Draco,
What's
and
wrong with that Alcaruan? Alcaruan.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying anything.
I've got the Alcaruan one too.
Alcaroen is
I got
pretty
it
neat.
too, but I can find you a better one.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the first results I got on Google Images for pterosaurs. So
Do you remember the Do you remember the how Witten did the art of that the Squalicorax art with the pteranodon, and every media outlet said flying sharks kill pterosaurs.
It was pretty much.
Oh
stupid.
yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
It even shows that the pterosaur was resting on the water before.
Yep.
I also saw the actual specimen in LA because we actually have the specimen, and I didn't realize that for years upon years upon years that it was actually there. And then after I saw the publication, I was
It's a
like,
chimera. It's
let's go to the
a
last
chimera.
Academy of Natural History. I want to go see something there. And I showed her the specimen, and I was like, "Hey, you see that? See the neck vertebrae? Look underneath it. You can actually see a shark's tooth embedded in there." it was genuinely fun looking at it because it was so amazing.
Yeah.
So many pteranodon mounts really annoy me because they are all chimeras with a head of a way tinier specimen and something that doesn't even fit.
Also, they're usually just plaque mounts, so they kind of stink.
Yeah.
I don't know of the good pteranodon specimen.
Does anyone
what-
else remember this Ornithochirus art?
Let's see. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
god.
I've
Oh.
seen that multiple
It ate
times.
oil.
Yeah,
It
I
drank
have that
gas.
in a book.
I didn't want to remember it. Intentional. Thank
Looks
you.
like it looks like it ate glitter. It
Yeah.
looks like it ate glitter and is coming after the viewer in a crazed state, trying to attack them. This thing is also going to freeze up in the air because it needs those pycna fibers to keep warm.
And to stay aerodynamic, because it's not aerodynamic at all.
Ouch,
I hope
boys.
it drops out the sky and dies.
It's not actually trying to eat you, it's just screaming as it falls to its death.
Yeah. Until it freezes.
like it.
Also, its normal skin color wouldn't be that way. It's just really, really jaundiced.
Oh yeah.
I should
Oh my
try
God, look
googling
at-
pterosaur skeleton and look if anything of mine appear.
Look at Pegasus' reaction.
Did they actually believe it?
It actually does look like it has a shiny nose.
You need to post this on Coprolite posting.
Oh yes.
I just realized that if you Google pterosaur skeleton, none of mine appear, and that makes me depressed.
Just David Peters
Sassy,
from
just
top to bottom.
Keep working at it. Come on, Sassy, you can do
Maybe
it.
I should
Remember
just
how to
label
say it?
all my stuff pterosaur
Yeah.
skeleton, and people will find it.
Here's an
You
idea.
haven't been doing this already?
Sassy, here's an idea. Take start with an alphabetical list of all the pterosaurs. Get rid of the nomen dubia. Well, maybe not the nomen dubia because Ornithochirus is kind of cool. But take all the ones that are that you haven't done, make skeletals of them, and then keep going at it until you've gotten through all the pterosaurs. And then
You
boom,
know,
your results
you
are there.
might have heard already that I will possibly be contributing to terror, so I will possibly also make all pterosaurs featured on there. A skeleton.
I'm still waiting for what skeletal? Dorignathus skeletal. Never seen one, so I'm waiting for that one.
A skeleton of what?
Dorignathus. Or
I
Dorignatus.
didn't hear you. You were cut.
Dorignathus.
Dorignathus. Oh yeah, I wanted to make that one pretty soon after I finished my Solnhofen pterosaurs. But I struggle at focusing on one thing, so I will never be done with Solnhofen pterosaurs.
Right. I see now. Have you done Anarognathus, or is that one not one that you would be doing?
I will do it for Solnhofen pterosaurs, but I really struggle at reconstructing a Neoconathus because all of its fossils are so crushed. It's ridiculous.
Holotype is probably
I'm
Have you
currently
ever
buying one.
seen? If you look at any Neoconathid fossil that is preserved, it's always such an ugly skull because all the animals are pressed together and ripped apart, and you can't decipher anything.
holotype for Anarognathus is kind of sad looking. That's why the Waku Dinosaurs one looks like it has a long head. Because the the orbit was
This is
thought to be the
Dinosaur?
anti-orbital.
It looks like one of those weird there's one of those weird like mole rat tooth things from Ishiguala's Dino Formation.
It's
What is it called?
It's Psittacosaurus. It's a Psittacosaurus painting from the Paleontological Institute
Okay,
of
Yeah, I
London.
know, but
Is the second
It looks
ugliest
like-
Psittacosaurus I have seen. And we all know
yes,
which the first
definitely.
is.
Yes.
What is the first?
Yes. So do I.
Which is cyclist?
What's
I'm
the first
curious
one?
right now.
The Listrosol, Titacosaur.
Just a
Oh,
second,
oh,
I'll
yeah.
share it. I'm sharing it anyways because that's the kind of guy I am.
Try
There we go.
reconstructing that skull. Look at it.
Bennett already reconstructed it. Oh, that's
Oh,
Stegosaurus.
boy. Oh,
It's a
Yes, I
dino
know
roll.
he already reconstructed it, but then some guys will complain about me plagiarizing some other artist or something or another skeletal maker.
All right, time to do a CT
you
scan. And,
ripped off David Peters. Oh,
Ouch.
boy.
time to do a skeletal reconstruction and by having it all CT scanned and then moving around the bones in 3D and then putting them back together and then boom. Actually, that would make for good paper. Ah! Oh my god, what is that?
It's the Styracosaurus from the Walking with Dinosaurs app.
Looks like it's a corpse or
It's
something.
a gold mine. Their app is just such a gold mine.
Oh my god.
The models are
It
so
looks
terrible that they
grumpy.
look like one of the stock models.
It's Dino Raoul's models. Oh my god.
I hate these
That
models.
face when
Wait,
the
is that a
Dromaeosaurus
Stegosaurus or is that
wanted
a
to attack you.
Trilocephaly?
That's Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Ew.
Also
at least
known
it
as
doesn't have
Troodon
tarsus
because
hooves.
it was thought that Pachycephalosaurs were Troodontids. Or actually
Oh.
thought that Troodon was a Pachycephalosaur.
I mean, for all we know, it
Nice
could
work
be.
on the eyes.
So cute.
Oh,
It's
the eyes are nice. Yeah.
when you open
Yeah,
it, this.
that just looks adorable.
I think I find it funny when I do a skeletal of a pterosaur that has never had made a skeletal that never had a skeletal before, and then some guy says that it's stole from other skeletons, even though it's the first skeletal of. It makes me. Silence.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm back.
only understood half of the stuff you said, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Okay, I blanked out. Sorry.
Well, I'm in the middle of an argument.
The Jurassic Fight Club one.
Huh.
Yeah, that one is kinda ended. I beat up his ass.
Also, I
You're
beat
not
you to the
allowed to say it's
Caro.
Sorry.
I beat you to putting down Qu'est-ce que c'est. So
Yes.
there. I only know
Okay.
that phrase because of the song Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
Oh, yes.
I thought it was just something random, but it was like, oh, okay. It's basically, what is it?
What do you think is the most what is the most unlucky animal?
Unlucky.
Oh, right.
I can show you an unlucky animal.
What could
Oh, oh
Oh,
yeah.
God, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
all over the place in my house.
Honestly, I love
Like,
crane flies. I love them.
During the spring, they're everywhere. They're everywhere during the spring. So they're
Yeah.
flying through the place,
They're
and
like
they're
big, friendly, goofy mosquitoes.
like,
Just without the bad parts.
I've
Yeah.
never really seen one. Why do I get the feeling that I might have killed it?
Yeah.
How could you?
Pretty much.
once
Okay.
a mosquito was sucking my blood, and when I whacked it,
This is an unlucky animal.
oh, I've seen that specimen in person. Because over the Fluxaria Symposium, the guy who was talking about it actually had the specimen in a little box. It was so cute.
How
I might
can you
even
break
follow
the
those.
same bone twice? And then as a flying animal that you needed to fly and then you break it twice in your life history.
Oh my god, that is so weird. It's got those creepy spider
damn.
legs.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it looks
wow.
like one of those mosquitoes from the
Yeah.
Amber in Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Imagine
think I
mosquitoes
found.
that-
I found.
imagine
I
mosquitoes
think.
that size.
I think Psittacosaurus is one of the unluckiest animals in terms of media presentation because it has gotten some of the ugliest ones. Exhibit A.
Oh no.
Oh, this.
That looks ugly.
Why I actually like this one.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. That little moment was the best part about this whole movie. Which,
that
honestly,
moment was the
It's
best
not a
part
challenge.
in the entire franchise. In the entire
It's
movie,
nice seeing
dude, that was
Psittacosaurus
the best part.
abericus getting some exposure, but it's not a good exposure for Psittacosaurus as a whole because it kind of looks a little.
Little beat up.
Hey, Philo.
Why
Fellow
though?
Leo.
Why? I actually liked it.
Sassy.
How
It's.
was the
I'm sorry. It's got almost crocodilian scales.
Moment.
Oh, I see what
Oh
you
my
mean.
lord. Wait,
It's
Sassy, what
got
you ask?
it's got hair-like growths of quills. They're not even like display. They're just like arm hairs, but quills.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But I still like this one. It's not too bad. This is Sibricus, right?
Psittacosaurus.
I
Psittacosaurus
think so,
Sibricus.
I think so. Yes.
Because if it has the horns on the head, it's definitely Sibericus.
Leo, how was the Fluxaria Symposium? I'm not jealous at all, but I really like to know how it was.
Oh my god, it has
It's basically
colorful
SVP,
scoots.
but exclusively for pterosaurs.
It has
Oh.
colorful scoots. It has
It's so
Oh, he's
sad.
so
it has colorful
sad.
scoots.
And the parrot looks
Make this an
sad.
emoji.
Oh.
They couldn't even draw a proper parrot
Oh.
because it looks like some birds, but it doesn't look like a parrot.
Yeah.
Whoever owns a parrot here should be able to attest to this. Yeah. Poor.
I'd say it looks like one of the. I'm trying to think of what bird. The ones that have like the big red beak ones. The ones that like drink off of buffaloes.
Wait, what?
The
Oh, oxpeckers.
oxpecker. That's the one.
Put a picture of it.
And it reminds me a bit of something like that. But the beak isn't exactly what I was thinking. I'm thinking of a kind of bird, but it just isn't coming to me.
Maybe some sort of cross, not crossbill. Some sort of
Definitely.
gros.
I don't know, but it's definitely not a parrot.
Apparently, even modern dinosaurs get misrepresented in books and about dinosaurs.
It looks like a kind of finch in a way.
Yeah,
Maybe one of Darwin's.
yeah,
finches.
that's it. I'm thinking of like finches.
Yeah, Eurasian bullfinch.
That reminds me. I was watching a movie about the Darwin and his dangerous theory back at the time.
Ooh,
And there
it's
was-
dangerous theory.
There was mention of taxodon, which I was happy.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Toxodon?
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, the original paper for it is kind of interesting, although Owen was kind of wishy-washy about the taxonomy of this thing. He was like, well, it could be a rodent, but then again, it could be some sort of thing related to dugongs or something like that. And I was
Yeah.
thinking in the back of my head, just make up your mind already. What is it?
But it could be that.
A dugong and a rodent is
hard.
a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
It's
Did
a
it take
dugong, like rodent.
I'm glad he wasn't in charge of Megaraptora. Otherwise, he'd just be like,
Oh.
it may be a dinosaur, but I'm gonna hesitate.
Maybe
You-
maybe it's a very large pterosaur.
It could be a dinosaur, but maybe it's a hippo.
It's
Oh.
actually a very advanced Poposaurid.
Nice. I think I
It's
figured out
actually-
something. Armin
The
Rendell.
claws of Megawebtorians. The claws of
Armin
Megawebtorians.
Oh. Armin Rendell is actually Rick Raptor 105 in disguise. We've got him, boys.
What?
There isn't any escape. We got you.
I'm not even sure how that came up, but you
The
popped me
claws
out.
of Megawebtorians are actually the
Purpose.
hooklets of giant squid.
Huh. Yeah, therefore, Raptorans are actually squid.
Oh,
Ah,
that's pretty nice, but I don't understand the
Okay.
color scheme.
Albertosaurus or Gorgosaurus?
It's the
Albertosaurus.
same.
Wait. Yeah.
It's the same.
Okay, this is
It's
another
for-
paleo meme I've noticed. Bluish Albertosaurans.
ever
Yeah,
that walking
We know who started that.
Glenn
Thank you,
Ford
David
walking with
Krantz.
dinosaurs.
Let's not mention that movie.
Anyways, yeah,
I
this
liked
is
it, but
for.
The voiceover was shit.
Yeah, it had a lot of. The first trailer is what it should have been, where there's just a narrator and it's just epic dinosaur action,
Yeah.
and then
they have
and
to
then
run it with damned
the
voices.
voiceover.
It was some awesome CG
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be
animated
honest.
imagery.
Unpopular
CGI. Yeah.
opinion, but I don't think it looks that good. Even the textures just look really weird in my eyes.
Which one?
Yeah. Walking with Dinosaurs 3D. I mean, it
It's-
look good. It look realistic, but something about the colors, the textures, the way the models look, it just kind of feels off.
I
to
can
me.
get that. I like it personally, but I can get that.
It introduced me to Who Was to Notice.
What?
It introduced me to it. It introduced me to it, and I subsequently forgot about it. Also, it would be Kairostonotus if we're going with Chasmosaurus, Tarkia. It's a CH.
I don't care about pronunciation. You already know
Yeah, we've
that.
noticed that already.
There's literally no that is made by starting with a CH.
He's German. He's German. Ignore him.
German.
Austrian.
Meanwhile, Armin is
Stupid
not
Austrian.
German. He's an Austrian. He's Austrian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
okay,
that
that
right.
explains.
What's the difference?
Well, try telling that to Arnold Schwarzenegger. That'll be
Gyrostenotes, Pachyrhinosaurus.
Dinosaurs. Oh, the German is hurting my ears.
I think German impersonations on this particular day are kind of a bad idea given the historic meaning of the
Oh.
state.
Oh, I just realized. Yes, touche.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I hate its eyes.
Look, pros for actually having a Tyrannosaur with forward-facing eyes. How many Tyrannosaurs do you see that actually have the forward-facing eyes?
You right there. You're right there. You don't see that many.
Just like I'll bring up an image of the adult version.
Oh, that's
No.
There it is.
Right now, I'm actually
Yes, I
working
know.
on Pterodactyl, Joe. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
never been this
I
frustrated
like
by
the adult,
I have another
the
image.
juvenile. I don't like the color scheme of the juvenile version, the purpley blue.
Yeah.
But on the adult,
I like
that
everything
that shade of brown is very good, and the detail is good too.
Being
More
a
like
bright
orange.
blue baby animal is the most advantageous way to survive your childhood,
Of course.
especially as a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Just be bright blue. No predator will notice you. Not
No.
even the starshits.
Bright blue isn't where it's at. It's hot pink. You're invisible, basically.
That reminds me, the Saurian team designed the baby Anatosaurus in such a way that the babies are blue so that the adults see them and don't trample them.
Oh.
Why not have the adults trample them anyway?
It's
Don't
okay.
care.
Don't trample them. Let the Dakota Raptors get to them.
Why don't you
Yes.
think we have
You-
enough fossils of these guys, huh? It's because they all got trampled.
Oh my gosh, it all makes sense now.
We only have one juvenile at Montosaurus fossil. So boom, guys, I just solved the mystery. Someone give me my paleontology degree and get me out of high school now.
You
I would
win.
love that. But no. You haven't even
And have
published
me-
in paper,
You have
unlike
to
the
do your
nerd poster.
study on Aneurognaathids.
You love Aneurognaathids, I know.
Yeah, Aneurognaathids are awesome. I also tried
They're cute as hell. I
Especially
love the
when they're
Vanessa
really
Patch.
creepy with their cute little eyes. Pink camouflage, yes.
pink camouflage.
Yeah.
I bet my ass nobody got that reference except Sassy maybe.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Is this a
No.
German-ish reference? No, I'm sorry, I'm so out of the loop. Is it a reference to anything or something, or am I just stupid?
It's a German movie.
I just screamed pink camouflage. I don't know any reference.
Oh,
I
it
see.
blinks.
Too bad Calamacau
It's
doesn't
like a
know.
movie from 2004.
What?
Oh, okay.
Raumschiff Surprise, Periode 1.
Never seen it?
Periode. Ha 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 ha. That is every school kid with
This is
periode.
something else. Oh hey, is that a Gestapo officer with the laser whip?
Ah, yes,
It's
I
Darth
remember
Vader
that.
with both.
My God.